Gears 2 days, but the dust has settled. E6 has been around for a very long time, and if they keep performing the way they're performing in the losers bracket, they have a good road ahead of them.
Well, you know what this map fly through means, Fallout. It means I think we are finally ready to get this game underway. I'm sure you guys know what Clock Tower looks like, but right now you got a boom down bottom nades in a little nook and cranny under the map. Sniper up the top, but it's all going to be about those pistols, that Lancer, the smoke grenades cutting off the vision, and of course that defense matrix, the crossfire that everyone so loves to get down. But looking for Envy to kind of maybe pull the trigger here on this one.
Envy. E6.
My mistake.
My man.
It's been a long day.
It's been a long day. I apologize.
It's been a long weekend. And we got games going on the side stage here and there.
Exactly. And at the end of the day, it all comes down to the fight at the line. You heard Immortal Spawn and Nick break it down earlier. Two very strong minds in Gears of War. Let's see how the action is going to break down here. We are on board to start with Summons. The 18-year-old from Chicago is going to be rotating high side.
Yeah, once you get those pistols crossed down, you can see Eternity up in the little host spot, making it. Getting a little cheeky Lancer here and there. Can't really find anyone just yet. But both these guys are playing it very slow. Remember, this is a loser's bracket game, so loser essentially goes home from this one. No one wants to be in that position. Good pistol coming out. Razil gets the headshot onto Hudson's. Eternity answers with a down, but E6 are popping off right now. Poseidon gets the kill onto Drix, and now the floodgates have opened. Here comes E6.
Poseidon needs to be careful because Summons is back pillar. He's going to pepper him up. Can Summons get the down? No, unfortunately he does not. Razil gets taken out as well. And there you go. Summons making an impact with the Lancer. His teammate Frank is going to pick up the kill. And when the dust settles, it comes down to a 2 versus 2 fight. Max, that pistol from Poseidon, he did not miss a shot that was perfect.
Look, great work by Goonz to stabilize it up. It was looking bad. E6, they got 2 kills straight off the bat of that one, then overcommitted for the downs, and Goonz Summons was able to make him pay. So now it's kind of slowed down a little bit. Both members just kind of waiting for the positions to be established here, but Summons maybe drawing first blood, getting some great cross Lancer. Here comes the push, he's full red. He's one shot from being dead, gets it down on Eternity. He's still alive somehow. He's looking for the play. Poseidon does get him, but Franco cleans it up.
And there you go, Summons, the key figure for this team in that round. What a play by him. Gets the down and the one shot, gets Poseidon full red, which allows Franco to finish off the kill. That is the duo I told you about from Chicago, ladies and gentlemen, making a big play. Usually, the aggressor does not get rewarded in Gears, and that was a phenomenal example of the exact opposite.
Look, he bought Franco so much time. He was full red for like 3 extra shotty shots. Despite dying in the end, he gave him enough time to finish it off. We're on board with Poseidon now on the side of E6. So these guys already down 1 round, but it's only 1 round out of 4. They got a lot of time to back themselves, back them up here.
And that's why I love Clock Tower. To briefly break that down, it's one of the only maps, and one of the only maps in Gears' history that it's not always the team that gets first blood that wins. Usually in Gears that is the case, that should be the case. But last round we saw Razil get the first kill, and then E6 bounced back with 2 kills. It went back and forth, and Clock Tower is a good example of a map that does that. And Summons is going to pop off with a headshot.
That's impressive stuff right now. Now he's going for a little cheeky side here, getting that Lancer in. Doing work right now. Eternity trying to answer with a pistol of his own.
And what they need to do, they need to play it slow. That's exactly what they're going to do. Summons going to push back pillar. He gets Affinity down. The revive chain is coming in. But look at the crossfire from Goonz. And Drix is going to pick up 1. He gets the double, and Goonz is popping off right now.
That's it, right? Leading the score 2-0 right now. E6, they need to change something up. They got to stop Summons right now because his pistol has been on point. Currently sitting on 1 and 3, 641 points. Only 2 rounds in. The damage has been real from this kid.
It has. Look at Summons, second from the right. Ice in his veins. He is calm. He is cool. He is collected. And E6 is going to actually try to counter a down low strategy here from Goonz. They're going to change the strategy up. Despite being up 2-0 and winning the up top fight, they decided to go for a 2 low. And look at Summons.
He's going for it. He's half red. Can he get the one shot? He gets it onto Eternity. The fight's not done yet. He's still alive. He's still breathing. He goes down. And now Goonz coming in hot. But Drix accidentally gets the team kill on Franco, but it doesn't matter. He picks up Affinity, taking it up 3-0. And just like that, Goonz, they mix up the strategy. They keep their opponent guessing.
I love that strat call. I'm not sure who calls the shots for Goonz, but being up 2-0 and to change the strategy takes a lot of guts, right? It's easy to say, why break, why fix what's not broken? What we're doing is working. But a trick strat on round 3, me and Blaze talked about the cadence of calling trick strats. It's round 1, it's round 3, and it's round 7 in my opinion, and that is a perfect example of a good time to call a trick strat to go up 3-0.
Look, Goonz making E6 look like a bunch of mud butts right now. There's not a lot they can do to handle this onslaught. Goonz, they've pretty much got Clock Tower down pat. Any strategy that they run is working for them.
Oh, fair dinkum. I completely agree with that one, mate, as they do look like mud butts indeed. Big stalemate here, a little bit of a standoff up top. as I'm on board right now with Drix. He's going to be playing back wall for his team. Right in front of him, of course, is the jail. Right in front of the jail is the host spot.
Yeah, they really got to slow down this game because E6 are not playing on the same level as Goonz right now. They're really finding it difficult. Look at Drix just getting those headshots off. Summons gets it down onto Poseidon. This could be the push that Goonz needed. It was back pillar.
Look at the team fire back pillar.
Oh my god.
They have half a Lancer clip. They need to be smart, but he's going to get a reload in, so that's maybe a slight mistake as they get a reload.
Eternity's down as well. There's two members just barreling down through the mid now. They want to pressure these down members.
Use the down members back
down. They're doing it so well. Summons, look at the downs. Just coming out left, right, and center. Hudson, he was on his last down. He's dead now. So a 4 versus 3. Goonz looking to take this clock down 3-0.
And Summons looks over to host spot, and they're both already down. That's how on point this Goonz squad is. Can Summons do it dirty? He's full red, and Summons bodies in the 1 versus 1. Oh my goodness, what a first map performance from Summons and the entire Goonz squad.
Look, these guys, they're playing on point right now. Every single one of them is crossfiring for each other, and unfortunately E6, they just couldn't find their footing. There was nowhere that appeared to be safe on the entire ground.
And Summons is feeling himself.
Oh, he's huge.
He really, I mean, all 4 of them, but you're spot on. Look at Summons in first with 1050, Franco with 902 points, 6 kills and 5 downs. All 4 members of the Goonz got over 500 points. Yeah. Everyone's contributing.
Well, that's the thing I love about Clock Tower is it really showcases that support Lancer role because he's on the least amount of kills on his team, but he's racking up those points because he's putting in work. He's getting the damage, he's getting the downs, and essentially opening the map wide open for the Slayers to get in there and clean them up.
And that's the definition of a team that works in unison as one.
It.
And honestly, it's we didn't do predictions. I like to do predictions, but honestly, to be honest, Goonz got 3-0'd by enemy. I thought they were down. I thought E6 was hot. They were coming from losers bracket after a big win over TK. I was not expecting a 4-0 win in map number 1.
No, it's quite convincing as well. Not one point in that entire map did you think, hey, this is looking bad for Goonz. They better clutch it up here. They kind of had the reins. They had it by, like, they were in the driver's seat, and they just kept rolling with it. And we will be seeing Canals coming up for map number 2. And if we do make it all the way, there should be a war machine to round it out.
If we do, that's a key
Heaven
question.
forbid.
Right that is so true. And you know, in talking to E6, I mentioned it earlier on the broadcast. Eternity and Affinity, formerly of Team Vision and Get Bronco, they have been part of some historic losers bracket run-throughs and comebacks. They both said, we're doing it again. This is MLG Anaheim all over again. However, they're going to have to get through a Goonz squad that is playing very well right now in unison. All 4 members of Goonz are firing on all 4 cylinders and really feeling themselves right now. It's going to be tough to stop.
That's exactly right.
But if it's going to be on any map, it's going to be on Canals. Get Hudson's the sniper, maybe Eternity the sniper, and make some things happen.
Yeah, it's going to be rough to say the least here. So we've seen various teams play Clock Tower in various ways, whether they like to have that old-fashioned snipe off or maybe go for some high side control here, get those frags early, maybe smoke out the talk. It doesn't matter. Some teams tend to do it better than others, but the way Goonz have been playing, I wouldn't be surprised for them to go for those early high side pushes.
Yeah, and meanwhile, quick update on the side station, folks. Vex Gaming is now down in map number 2. Dream Team seems to be running away with that one, so the Cinderella story might be over here unless they can recuperate. Vex Gaming looking a little down on themselves. I'm seeing them arguing a little bit. I'm looking for their coach to really step up and keep their heads in the game.
Look, at the end of the day, this is Gears of War, not a Disney princess movie, so not everything can work out for these guys. They have to earn it here. It's not just Destiny. But we are back in. Goonz taking on E6 already. Razil gets down, but Drix gets the headshot. Can Summons keep him safe? No. Poseidon just got Affinity going off huge right now. Gets the kill. Now it's a 2 versus 2.
And I'm on board with Affinity now, who is, oh, look at the tension here. Affinity with his teammate right in front of him. Drix, of course, did get a headshot, so he is still alive. He is someone that can make a huge impact here in this one. And like you said, when the dust does settle, it comes down to one of the classic Gears of War 2v2 stalemates.
Yeah, it's one of the best scenarios to be in Gears. You can really excel in the 2v2s. That's why people made it into a game mode, essentially, because it's so much teamwork. It's like the brothers in arms, wanting to help each other out as much as they can. Those 4v4s, they can be quite a cluster of fun here, but the 2v2 is so much more calm and calculated. You can go for those bait and switch. You can maybe just rush down one member, do something dirty, chuck in the double melee. I love when 2 guys melee one person and he just drops like a sack of potatoes.
And I want to break this round down right now. The way that Goonz is playing this, Drix and Franco, opposite side bridges, I hope E6 recognizes they have an opportunity to take a 2 versus 1. Of course, they have to be very, very careful and cautious as 2 very good snipers are against them. However, the way that Goonz is playing this is interesting. Do you agree with this decision?
It's hard to say. Drix has been popping off all weekend long with the sniper. Haven't had a chance to see Frank KO with it. So it will be interesting to see if they can actually utilize it to its fullest effect.
And quick update for you guys from the side station. Dream Team has stopped the rolling train that was Vex Gaming, in a very, very noble performance from Vex. They placed top 6 at this event. No one, and I mean absolutely no one, saw that coming. They defeated Strictly Business. They defeated E6. That says so much about these 4 players, and something tells me this is just the beginning for those 4.
Yeah, Talkbo's flying out here now, trying to find someone. Drix still has that sniper in tow, but we can see that the COG team, Locust team have actually broken out from that mid bridge, now have one of the side bridge controls. They're looking for that 2v1. They're trying to find it, but they're running straight into a Talkbo. It's a very risky thing. They do have the frag grenades on the side of Goonz.
And I want to point out, do you recognize the beauty of how Goonz is playing this right now? They are completely controlling the map. They're controlling all power weapons. They have both snipers. They forced them out of mid-bridge to get frag grenades, and now they're regathering together. So I questioned it before because they separated, but I like the fact that they are playing with aggression and map control.
Yeah.
Playing like veterans right now as this Goonz squad that are really, really new to playing at the highest level.
But the frag grenades have a sniper and a Talk, but they essentially have all the toys to play with right now. Can E6 survive this onslaught? They should be able to flush him out here using a little cheeky third person strat, shooting through the wall there. That's just how we do in Gears.
2 grenades for Poseidon right here. He has an opportunity to make a huge play. Will he do it? Looks like Goonz backed out, disallowing him the opportunity to connect for a nade kill. Meanwhile, Torquebo in the hands of Goonz as well. They have everything on this map right now. 44 seconds left on the clock. First round on Canals. Rogi, walk me through the action. How is it going to break down?
Look, this is an E6 win if they can stalemate this out, because they were in the disadvantageous position. 2 snipers, a Talkbo, a set of nades as well. So it's really going to be up to Goonz to kind of flush them out of their defensive positions. Use that Talkbo, use the nade, and use the angle as well. But Drix, he may have found himself in a 1v1 coming up soon. 22 seconds left on the clock. Talkbo charging, does it, tag, can't see, doesn't get it. Goes for the active reload, not going to find it. Now Drix with his Nasher out, looking for the fight.
And Frank KO is insurance right now, keep in mind. So Drix can play aggressive if he does choose to do. I think it's too soon. Too late here. 8 seconds left on the clock. I think we're going to see a stalemate here. E6 is playing scared. A 2 versus 2 fight, rightfully so, as they don't have any power weapons. Frank's going to down 1, but it's not going to matter. This is a stalemate.
Yeah, and that's kind of Goonz dropping the ball there. They had the power weapon advantage. They really needed to go for that. They not only do they have momentum on their side, they definitely think that they're the team that are coming into this as the higher seed, or the favorite rather. So you can't really afford to be playing it slow. When you saw how they played Clock Tower, he was firing all cylinders.
Yeah, I know. I completely agree with that. We're on board with Drix right now. He takes actually a pretty slow route to sniper. Hudson's is going to grab it before him. Can he get the headshot? No. Hudson's does not aim for the head there. Drix is going to take that sniper high side. Meanwhile, it looks like low side, we have a bit of a stalemate. It's up on board with Summons as he's going to get tagged up a bit on the low side. An intense fight going on. E6 is going to take mid-bridge. Big fight is going down. Let's up on board with Hudson's, who took that sniper high side. Summons needs to make a play. He's going to get taken out by Affinity, and look at the teamwork from E6 to completely slay and dominate that round.
Just giving everyone in their sights. The fight breaks out on mid-bridge. Drix was caught sleeping with the sniper still in his hand, and E6 just answer hard.
And can we take a look at the scoreboard right now, if we can jump back into the action? Affinity, 4 kills, 1 down. I called him out to start this match off. I saw him playing well in warm-ups, and he is really popping off here in this one.
He needs to right now, because last map was kind of embarrassing from an E6 standpoint. So they finally got their first round of the series on the board here, so they need to make a few more of these stick.
Affinity supporting his teammate who just took mid-bridge. He's actually going to back out here. He uses the smoke to his advantage to retreat and recoup. Interesting play right now. He's actually going to be grabbing the sniper or helping his teammate out. And he actually has good rotation from Affinity. What a smart play. He takes that one. Can he get the double? He gets taken out immediately by Frank KO, who gets a double kill. Frank! But then he gets headshotted by Hudson.
Hudson makes him pay in the end. Don't know if he can save his teammate in a 1v1. Hudson, it's so damn close. Oh, the melee from Summon secures round number 2.
And it all came down to a 1v Hudson's with a key opportunity after Affinity goes big. Smart rotation from Affinity, but it is the aggression from Goonz, and that is the story here. Goonz keeps being the aggressor in every situation. You saw it on Clock Tower. You saw it the first stalemated round on Canals. They controlled every power weapon. E6 needs to stop playing on their back foot, and they need to deliver a punch, and I want it to happen this round.
No, you saw it on the round that they picked up on the Canals. It was when they went for that all-in brawl on the mid-bridge. They might be doing just so you can see Affinity's just watching his back, making sure his teammate goes in. Summons goes down. Great shots from Eternity. He has a teammate there, but there's 3 Locust members as well. That's 2 down already from the COG team on 1v1. Affinity, can he take it? He does have backup, but it's with Drix with the sniper rifle. I don't think it's going to be enough. He goes down. Razil goes down.
5 went off that round as well. I want to point out the smart decision from Affinity to back roll right there.
Yep.
Rather than fighting the 1v, he's feeling himself, he's feeling hot, but he didn't get over aggressive. He back rolled, he stayed alive, and he supported his teammates. That's the role that he plays for this team as a support player.
Look, it's so smart. So many players we've seen today don't have that overconfidence issue. They know when to fight and when to flight, when your teammate is going to be there to back you up. Never give your opposition a chance to take you out when there's no need for it. Drixie hasn't been able to do too much with this sniper on the canal so far, and look at this, Summons is quite low, but I don't know if they know he's there. If Eternity does get the kill, he goes down to an early lead for E6.
A big fight going down on mid-bridge. That's up on board with Affinity as he just gets taken out. Now Hudson's in a 1v. Razil with the big double kill on mid-bridge. 3 versus 1, all up to Hudson, and he gets back aid by Franco on his right hand. Franco with the disrespect.
Yeah, incredible stuff, just sliding right into him, but it didn't matter. As long as he got the shot off, his 2 teammates were going to be there to back him up, but was able to get the 1 shot active with the pull-off.
So despite a few key rounds from E6 controlling the mid-bridge fight, Goonz did not back down from that fight. They lost 2 in a row, got out shotgunned on mid, and still ran a mid-bridge heavy strategy. And look at the tricks right here coming out. I'm going to hop aboard with Affinity. He's going to be under mid-bridge. Not sure if they're going for a flank or just a Torque grab. It looks like it's going to be the latter. Affinity grabs Torque, and he is unscathed without a down. Smart change in strategy for E6. Expect this round to slow down here as E6 opted to go for power weapons, but Hudson's is going to completely make me eat my words thanks to a big headshot on Drix. He sure shut Drix up while Drix called him a better sniper on in the pregame interview.
Well, that's it. He's looking for the domes here, trying to find someone to pop. Torquebo's coming off on the low side as well, but when you got Hudson's with the sniper, it's so hard to take your camera off him. Affinity, though, with a perfect Torquebo shot, secures that one.
Affinity just pulled it off. Summons meanwhile getting a double kill. Can Affinity get the double with the Torque? He's going to miss that one. So a good under the bridge flank for Summons and crew. Kitty has 1 down. He has 1 Torque left. He needs to make it work. He's going to pick up the kill. He could have gone for the double. Instead, he went for the down member. Played it safe, played it smart.
That would have been so hype if he baits it out, kills the Dom going for it, and then just goes over and secures it down. But this is an important thing to do.
He made the right decision, right? It's a 2 versus 1 now. 100%. It would have been a hype play if he went for the bread right there. But if he missed that Torpo, they get revived, and it's a 2 versus 2 instead of a 2 versus 1. So Affinity making the textbook play. And now it's a 2v1 all up to the last member alive.
Poseidon.
Who is going to be, it is Razil.
Oh, Razil. Alive. Yeah. Hopefully he can survive this. He's got a good vantage point here, the sandbag to keep him safe. No one can really flank him now, or else he's just going to force the 1v1. Sniper did spawn. Can he go for the weapon slide? Doesn't hit it. Hudson's makes him pay.
And there you go, 2 headshots to Hudson's name, a key Torpo from Affinity, and the power weapon strat, the change in strategy from E6 pays off for them. They are now 1 round away from forcing a game number 3, our first final game of the series on main stage. Please,
bring it on.
Can you make it happen?
1 round away, but Goonz, they've kind of been sleeping a little bit these last few rounds.
Yeah, but look at the strat call, Rogi. It's going to be a no-snipe call for Goonz. Sniper's going to be grabbed by Hudson, so they will have a key opportunity to fight from mid-bridge here if E6 gives it to them. It looks like E6 will not give them the fight, and mid-bridge is going to be grabbed by Goonz. E6, meanwhile, should be trying to make a play for Torpo right now.
Yeah, everything's kind of slowed down. They're just waiting for the smokes to kind of disapparate here to ensure they have enough vision to accurately make calls, enough information on board with Eternity here, just sitting down in this little river spot. But Goonz, they're 1 round away from losing the canals, and E6 1 round away from tying up the series. So expect E6 to maybe be the aggressors in this scenario, while Goonz, they need to play it safe.
And there you have it, going for Torpo as E6. That's, as we called out, that's the right play. They're going to bait some shots. Affinity could have grabbed Torpo there, but decides not to. They got a call out from their team probably saying, hey, bad idea, abort. They're probably ready for it, and I think the whole map, the whole Goon squad knew that that was the next play for E6, so it's a little too late, I think, to grab that Torpo.
No, that's definitely right. You could see the damage was coming in. The second that they walked in, that didn't matter if the smoke was there for cover. Still would have gone down potentially. Shotgun rush coming in from somewhere on the side of Goonz.
Meanwhile, Frank KO did pick up the sniper who, for Goonz.
No, you're lying. No, he doesn't.
Oh, wait a minute. Oh, it looks like we have... I apologize. Frank KO is not on E6. We have a miscue on our
Oh, Hudson's gets the shot onto Razil, though. Oh, you're getting a bit nappy here today, mate.
It says Frank KO right there, my man.
Look at this guy, man.
You see that? You see that?
No. You're mad.
You're such a mudbutt.
Fair income, mate.
Do I get a point? We just
Yeah,
swapped the
maybe.
words. Do we get points for that? Here we go.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Big
Hudson's
fight
in the
going down
1v1 though. Can he get it? He's just one more shot to go for this one. The pull-off A does get the give on to Drix. Now he's making his way through with the sniper. Gets the body, rolls through. Doesn't die from that one. Gets the down onto Summons. 4 versus 1. Goonz are going to tie this map up.
No, I think E6 is actually going to win the map.
Oh!
That is it.
Hudson's.
Hudson's just went off in that last round. Can you appreciate that last round for me for a second?
That was insane.
He gets a sniper headshot to draw first blood and to break ice. He pushes mid-bridge, hits the sniper headshot against Summons, does a reverse reaction shot over the cover to pick up the kill on Summons, and then immediately comes and finishes the round for his team with a headshot. What a play by Hudson's. 9 kills, 2 downs, 1,400 points. Is it safe to say, Rogi, he's no longer the newcomer? He's here to stay.
I think it's safe to say, Drix, you better think twice before calling out this guy on the main stage because he just made you eat your words right now. That is cementing it for anyone who was kind of had that question, who's the better sniper coming into this game, because it's your boy Hudson.
I could not agree more. Summons on the screen right now. We've been talking a lot about him, but now you have E6 from left to right once again. Affinity, Poseidon, Eternity, and the one, the only Hudson's. We've been talking so much about him this tournament. We talked so much about him at MES in Michigan, the last major LAN event. We've been talking so much about him for the entirety of Gears of War Ultimate Edition. I cannot wait. The future is bright for his career as a young Gears of War player.
Well, guess what? This is our first best of 3, our first third map on the main stage here, so get excited, guys. The loser of this game is going home. The winner advances through to the next round of the gauntlet. Both these teams showing exceptional stuff, but only one can walk away.
And what other map but War Machine to determine who is the better team and who has the right to advance in the losers bracket here. E6 versus Goonz. After a dominant 4-0 performance in map number 1 on Clock Tower, E6 bounced back with a 4-2 win led by Hudson's, the sniper for this team. However, War Machine is a different story. War Machine is more like a Clock Tower in the sense that it takes a lot of crossing, a lot of collaboration, and there's also a lot of high skill. Do you think Goonz has the upper hand in this one?
Oh, definitely. I think they are the team to be those aggressors, getting in those early pushes and making it count. I was just thinking as we're going through that map fly-through, looks a lot like Sydney Central Station on a good day, man.
There you go.
Terrible station.
Bullet holes in the vending machines.
Dead locust everywhere.
Shout out to the Australian community. I'm sure they appreciated that one.
Oh, they'll know.
They'll know. Dead locust.
It's only 5 a.m. over there. I'm sure they'll be up for
Are they really? Oh my gosh.
A few of the boys are, I'm sure.
I respect it. Here we go. Big fight going down. Poseidon getting congratulated by the game for completing an active reload. Congratulations to you.
Zen in the art, man. But this window position is so important. It's kind of the real aggression position. When the team says go, you have to be the guy to fly on in and be that tip of the spear, make the first bloods happen.
Up on board of the tournament right now. He plays mid boxes for his team. A very good mid boxes player thanks to his shotgun skill. He always performs when it matters the most. And look at the pistol cross. Are they going to take advantage of that opportunity to push? It looks like they are baiting it, but instead decide not to. I would have liked to see out of Poseidon there, him going far window and crossing, but instead, Goonz is going to be the aggressor. They are out for blood right now. Big fight. Poseidon takes out Frank. All up to Rayzill, who gets one. Can he get the second? Rayzill did a great job right there, making up for his teammate Frank's loss and death.
He's still alive, though, so in the end, it goes 1-for-1. Goonz are the ones to pull the trigger on that one. It was looking quite risky, but a few missed shots from Poseidon do end up costing him. And Hudson, he's a sniper, but not a slayer by the looks of it. A very aggressive play out of him. Ends up costing him his life. Now the Lancer fire coming in from Rayzill. He's only got 2 bullets left in his Nasher. He needs that ammo.
Rayzill, what a clutch round for him. Frank got taken out early. They had their backs against the wall in a 3v4. Hudson's tried making a play, a little over-aggressive from Hudson's, and Rayzill was able to capitalize.
Good smoke. Might be setting up for the talkbow here. Just has to watch out for that guy sitting around sandbag. So Rayzill, if he's got the backup, might be going for it. There it is, picked up. No one from E6 in a position to answer. A 3 versus 2 favoring Goonz right now. We can hear frags coming out, just trying to quell the aggression. But Affinity and Poseidon, do they have enough to be able to hold on for now? Rix wants that sniper, that's for sure. He wants to show us that he's still got what it takes. He wants to show us that he can still take it to the best of him here, but Talkbow coming on through, just shooting it.
They're going to try to isolate now. They're going to try and corner Affinity high side. Poseidon's going to be rotating here soon, though. They have a 2v2 opportunity up top. Are they going to take it?
Oh, good frag. Cuts off the backup from Poseidon. They might be trying to go all in here, but Razil actually goes down. Is there enough from Poseidon to finish him off? Razil with a beautiful 2v1 secures the double.
And not only a beautiful 2v1, but a beautiful round start to finish. Razil hands down the MVP of that round.
Oh, yeah.
3 kills, 2 downs, 404 points. The mid-box player from New York, a key play right there.
So Goonz, they started off very strong in map number 1, taking it 4-0. Now we're on map number 3. Didn't think we would actually get here, but both these teams, they want it so bad. Remember, the loser gets eliminated from the competition. Only one can walk away from this, and it might be Razil. He's going quite aggressive in on boxes.
He had a good first shot and decides not to tell his teammate to push there. He gets another good shot, and can he connect? He is hurt Poseidon right now in the box. He's going to get his health back here, but Razil winning the box fight right now.
Quite low himself, though. Has to respect the shots coming in from Poseidon, doing good work, but no one really going to pull the trigger on this one. The smoke's kind of cutting off the field division here, but Razil, huge shot!
He's not done yet.
147 points for that one. You could tell it was all him.
How is he still alive right now, getting crossed by everyone on the map? Hudson's and Affinity, and Razil picks up a double kill. Oh my goodness, he is popping off right now.
Huge. He is MVPing the crap out of this map. Talkbo picked up now for the Goonz. Can they secure this round number 2? It's looking likely, Fallout.
And you know, I said I think Goonz has a slight advantage on War Machine. They are showing that is the case right now here. Thanks to the plays by Razil. Hudson gets taken out. Razil continues his rampage, and that is the thing, Rogi. Key players go big at key times, and Razil is proving himself right now on the biggest stage of his career so far.
Almost gets all 4 of those kills, but that first one opening up the map, then somehow staying alive, all the focus fire coming down wasn't enough to stop this guy. He's playing on a whole other plane of existence.
Everyone alive for E6 was trying to kill Razil. You saw the cross coming in from Affinity from nades. You saw Hudson's rotate to the L sandbags and crossing as well. Razil stayed alive, showing some good movement, showing some good positioning. Very praised-esque right there from Razil.
Really great stuff. He's been playing this window position phenomenally. There's no one at the moment that can go toe-to-toe with him right now, but we are jumping on board with Affinity. He's up top. He's got the 1v1. Actually picking up 2 smoke grenades here, so a cute little trick there by him.
His teammate. So he gave his teammate smoke. Interesting. So I want to point that out then. They changed their strategy. Because they recognize that Razil is on fire mid-boxes, they decided to run the old-school insane strategy. It's a very passive style of play. You send 2 teammates to nades. One person grabs nades, your up top teammate grabs smoke. Eternity now has grenades to use in the middle of the map. Affinity fights the fight up top, and they are sitting back and not giving Razil the opportunity to fight. And you can see right now, it's happening more with Eternity. We'll show you guys the positioning of this strat. Synergy ran this at Hypefestation 4, taking a page out of the Insane's book back in Gears of War 1 in 2009.
Oh, moving up the snake, very aggressive positioning for E6. Frags coming on through. He's going to have to back off out of that one, but Eternity didn't have the ammo left in his pistol to kind of force the fight.
And a very good, yeah, you're right though, a good cross from Eternity. He got him full redded. I wanted to see an isolation right there. Grenades were coming, so that guy was scrambling. They could have team fired him down, but instead, whoever that was, I think it was Summons, was able to escape and survive. And here's the thing. I'm going to take you way back, Rogi.
Take me way back.
MLG, Las Vegas, 2008. The national championships for top 3 was the Insanes versus my team, High Calibers, myself, Monster, and Franchise, who are both in attendance at this event. We are up 3-0 against the Insanes to 3-0 the Insanes, who ended up winning that event. They started running this exact strategy. They stayed back. They stayed passive. They forced us to play their passive style of play. They won 4 straight rounds to beat us, won the next 2 maps, and went off to win the national championships and cement themselves as the legacy in Gears of War history. Can E6 do it the same exact way? Affinity has heard me tell that story so many times.
Well, let me take you back. I've got a very similar story, actually, back to ACL Gears of War 3 LAN. We were up 2-0, about to 3-0 out Legacy, the #1 team in Australia at the time, and my friend Metapod actually...
Shout out to Matt.
In celebration, because we're about to win, we're 1 second off, capturing the hill. He throws down his controller. Controller disconnects. They break the hill, kill him, take us all out. Hill spawns at the next rotation. They cap it and just turn around and 3-2 us.
You're kidding me.
Nah, he's never going to live that down, and now all you guys know it at home too.
I can't believe that.
So
Matt.
tweet at DS_Metapod. Let him know he ruined my hopes of dream becoming a Gears of War champion.
Too funny. Wow. That is heartbreaking. But I will say, in the same way that happened in 2008 at the National Championships at MLG, Goonz is a very aggressive team. They're a little bit inexperienced as well. I'm really interested to see how they come to the challenge of playing passive, playing slow. They're going to get what E6 wants to do. They want to bait them. They want to make them play a little over-aggressive. How is Goonz going to respond to the Call of Duty right now in this situation?
It's really difficult.
How should they?
Well, it's a difficult spot to be in because they definitely have the players that can go toe-to-toe here. It's just whether or not they have the positioning. We've seen Razil on that window. He's able to make that boxes transition flawlessly, but if the rest of his team aren't there to back him up, we've seen how red he can get because the focus fire from E6 is well and truly there. They just need to turn it just a slight bit more accurate and they'll be flawless.
So there you go. You have it. The wise words from Rogi on how to beat this strategy. Easier said than done.
Definitely.
But you could just sense the impatience from Goonz right now. They keep firing. They keep trying to push up. They're trying to
5 seconds left.
They're trying to do everything they can, and it's just so hard to break the wall, the turtle shell that is E6 right now.
Looks like the frag grenades coming in from both teams, trying to break the mold here. Not going to happen, though. Every frag just going a little bit too wide. But with 10 seconds left on the clock, MLG Affinity doing well. Franco as well trying to get some shots in here. Not going to matter. 5 seconds left on the clock, but we are going to be going to a tiebreak.
They're just padding the stats right now. And there you have it, Goonz. Oh, Frank KO is getting hyped.
I love it.
That hype, I love the hype. But that hype is also frustration in the same way. They're saying, look, these guys are too scared to fight us in the middle, which is true. It honestly is the truth. E6 is making a smart decision by backing out and slowing it down.
Look, getting hyped over a tiebreaker is a little bit strange, to say the least. So you can tell definitely, a lining of frustration there, not being able to capitalize on anything on the map. But yeah, like you mentioned, just going, both teams actually just going to be sitting back here. Smoke's coming on through, and
they're running the exact same strategy. I want to ask how Goonz is going to recover here. That is the question right now. Eternity and his team are not going to make a play. They're going to wait for Goonz to try to find out how to beat this. And Rogi, we'll see stalemate upon stalemate upon stalemate until E6 or Goonz makes a play here. Who's it going to be that gets impatient first?
Look, I feel like Goonz are in the winning position right now. They're the ones with the momentum. They're the ones with the kind of the skill to take it to E6. E6, they play a kind of crappy defensive game. I'm just going to go ahead and say it. They play their best when they're in your face, causing a ruckus in your enemy team's camp. So it's when they're on the defense that they seem to struggle. They can't rotate fast enough. They can't get those crosses down on time. We've seen Razil multiple times be full red, yet doesn't get taken out. So I really feel that if Goonz can play to their aggressive stance and keep E6 on the back foot, they should handily be able to take it.
It's tough to do, though, that's for sure. Poseidon in the same exact spot that Predator was in. Affinity in the same exact spot that Z-Killer was in. Eternity in the same exact spot that Killa was in. And then, of course, Hudson's in the same spot that Warrior was in at that national championship in 2008.
The VOD?
We should bring back the VOD. But, you know, it's if Eternity heard me comparing him to the Insanes right now, he'd probably kill me. He hates them. But that is the truth. That's how they're playing, and it's smart. Here we go. Here's a push from Hudson's right now.
Great flank.
There
he
it
might
is.
Be able to make him pay. He's full red. One more Nash's shot should do it. Gets another. Gets it down onto Drix. Now E6 starting to pop off, all on the back of Hudson's with a cheeky flank.
A very cheeky flank at that, and that is exactly what you want to do. Oh, no. You want to force Goonz into mistakes here. Now it's going to be Hudson's that makes the mistake. He's full red. He gets taken out by Summons. So Hudson's, after making a huge play and giving E6 a perfect opportunity, unfortunately got so greedy for the sniper.
Yeah, wasn't able to weapon slide it either, so he was full red, and all Summons needed to do was play it patient, get in, get the shot, force Hudson's into an unfavorable position, but silver lining here, he was able to swap out to his Nasher, so E6 can't benefit off that sniper rifle.
So now we're back to the 3v3 stalemate. Summons making a big play right there with the support of his teammates to neutralize and make it a 3v3. And this is the worst style of War Machine that you could see from a casting and from a spectator perspective. But Rogi, can you blame E6 one bit? Razil was just playing so well at the mid-box fight. The definition of insanity, we talked about it yesterday on the broadcast, is what?
It's doing the same thing over and over again and expecting change, right?
Exactly. And I respect E6 for changing it up and not doing the same thing. Now it's a 3v2, however, in favor of Goonz. So somehow Goonz was able to pick up a kill up top.
Yeah, they're working with their advantages right now, but
Poseidon.
Yeah, they're in a 3v2. They really need to start making this advantage work in their favor. Razil has that torque bow, so they've got their main power weapon on the map. Eternity in a bad position. They're completely split from each other. Shotguns come through. Razil picks up Affinity.
Eternity's trying to stay sneaky. They called him out. He's the last alive. He's trying to play a game of cat and mouse right now. How much time left on the clock? I believe only 30 seconds, actually 45 seconds. So it looks like Goonz will be able to go up 3-0 right now. After such a key play by Hudson's, him getting taken out right after, it looks like it's going to cost them. Unless Eternity can make some magic happen, he gets taken out by Frank KO. And there you have it. Goonz is one round away from upsetting or defeating E6.
Look, and tensions have never been high. You can see their coach, Sleepy Time. He's there. He's backing them all the way. Happy to be here, even as a coach rather than a player. So his victory is as much his as it is theirs.
And my question for you, how is E6 going to play this? Are they going to try and fight middle? Yes, they are. They are restless. They have to try and fight. They can't keep sitting back. And here we go. Fight is about to go down. Match point. Everything on the line for E6, who's trying to complete a historic losers bracket run. Eternity tries to get a back A, doesn't connect for much right there. Nades are going to go off. He sees it coming from a mile away, backs out and resets.
Look, this is where E6 work best, when they're in the thick of it, trying to upset the enemy team Goonz. They have that better aggressive game when E6 are on the back foot, so they seriously need to keep this caliber, this speed of play up. But already the map has started to slow down, and Raziel, he's looking to make a play around that window area, not going to find the shots though.
So the tensions are at an all-time high right now as these two teams are fighting behind a wall, essentially. Behind a vending machine is all that stands between them. Frank KO is going to go down, though, so Affinity rotates low side. Another great rotation from Affinity. Hudson picks up a kill on Drix. Raziel gets taken out as well, and just like that, E6 is going to get their first point on the board here, barring a clutch from Summons.
He's got the potential to do it. He's in the position. Does get melee, actually gets the first one, not looking likely to get the second. E6, they're on the board here, Fallout.
Rogi, can they do it? Can they complete a 4-round comeback on the last map on War Machine?
Look, I don't want to say yes, because I know a few of the TK members that might be in the crowd and know what that feels like.
Too soon, Rogi. No, I'm playing.
But E6, man, they have the potential to. It's when they play this aggressive style, when they're up in your face, is when they're working best. And Goonz, they have to respect that. They play better in these kind of control matchups where they're allowed to get the few little damage shots that enables Raziel to get in there and get the gib.
The turn. Oh, look at the rotation. He's going to use the smoke disadvantage to go high side. I don't know if Goonz saw this one coming yet. Two high side right now. Are they going to make a play out of it? No, he's just going to do a rotate. I think it was matching Goonz. Let's see. Summons is high side right now. Not with Raziel, but with Frank KO. Frank KO is going to go down. Eternity. Does Affinity still have his grenades, though? A grenade is going to go off. I don't think it's far enough, and it does not connect for a kill, unfortunately. So Affinity, one grenade left, needs to make something happen here.
They got the torque bow.
Oh, they did get Torque as well. I think that's Poseidon, who is a very, very good Torque bow player.
Well, Affinity, a very late rotation with that Torque ends up costing them a kill here that could have been easily secured, but they are able to pick up the bow in the process. So silver lining here and there, and you mentioned Poseidon, got that accuracy, got the patience with the Torque bow here. So now Goonz on the back foot, but this is how E6 like to play. They like to play when they're in control of the game, and it's all on Goonz who are making the decisions.
And for a long time, that's not how they were playing. So I'm glad to see E6 back in their true form. As I said earlier, tensions at an all-time high here. For you guys at home, I hope you realize how high the stakes are. Win or go home right now. This is losers bracket. E6 came in as a favorite to place top 4 in this tournament. If they lose here, they will let themselves and so many down. Meanwhile, Goonz performs for the first time. Can that connect for a kill? No, it does not. Poseidon. One more Torque bow left. He was just letting those fly. I think not the best use of the Torque bow right there from P5.
Shooting those bullets like there with Candy, unable to connect with a single one, and going to be going back into that kind of stale position here. Both teams really don't want to give up anything right now, and not being able to utilize that Torque bow. There were a few shots. There was a shell-shocked member of the Locust who he got a little bit antsy with that. Could have just baited it out, waited for the roll, connected with it in the end, but wanted to go for the easy one. Here comes Drix.
Okay.
If he can pull off this weapon slide, it might be crucial. Nade coming in, going to buy him enough time, but doesn't get the weapon slide, and now he's just trying to skirt back and forth. Doesn't get the sniper at all, so a big waste of time.
He baited a grenade, though, so that's a smart decision. If he would have tried to slide that snipe, he would have died. So yeah. Very, very, I'm not sure if it was an intentional decision, but a smart decision by Drix not to grab the sniper there. And you can see Drix is not making the same mistake he made that round where he got flanked by Hudson's. He's not going to window. He instead is going to stay. He's going to play passive. He's not moving. So let's hop on board with Affinity here instead. He's high side in the same spot he's been throughout the entirety of War Machine. He is the up top player for their team. Poseidon plays that, or sorry, Praise plays that role for Envious. Lava plays that role for Enemy. You'll see them on stage here soon as they'll be battling in a winner's bracket final for the ages. A matchup we've seen so many times, Envy versus Enemy. They met in the Season 1 finals, they met in the Season 2 finals, and they will be meeting again after this on main stage today.
Look, this is a high-tension game right now. 1 minute left on the clock, so if Goonz want to try and end out this series 2-1, they're going to have to be the playmakers here, but still looking a little bit risky.
And I know it's easy to hate on this style of play. It's a little bit more passive. That, unfortunately, is a slight flaw of execution as a game type. There's no objective mode that drives activity or forces activity. So when so much is on the line here, it is match point. Goonz is up 3-1 in the final map of this series. You cannot blame E6 one bit, or you cannot blame Goonz one bit for the way that they are playing.
Now, we're really hoping Escalation kind of breaks that mold that we're so used to seeing here. So Gears of War 4, for those of you who don't know, will be the new competitive standard in the game. A lot more strategy coming into it as well, with like the weapon placements and map choices and et cetera, et cetera. But back into this game, looks like it will be another stalemate round here. 10 seconds left on the clock. Highly doubt anyone's going to be acting. No, he's just going to be coming.
Pad in the stats,
that's
baby. Fantasy Gears of War. One day.
KDA.
Hey, business strategy for someone out there. If you guys want to put together some fantasy Gears of War, that'd be awesome. But it is going to be another stalemate here, and I'm glad you brought up Escalation. That's a great point. As an old-school Gears of War player, obviously, my heart loves execution. I've seen so many hype matches, tournaments, been a part of so many. However, it is a flawed game type in its very design, just because there's no objective, as we said. So Escalation will be the new standard for competitive Gears of War in Gears of War 4. Excited to watch that new competitive game mode.
It was one of those things where I didn't realize how much I missed King of the Hill until it was gone.
Yeah.
I always loved Koth, but once they took it out of competitive rotation, I just realized how beneficial it was. But right now, Raziel getting great shots. Whoa. Actually gets it down on Poseidon. Can he get the execute over the wall? Doesn't look like it. The team actually from E6 is going to be coming through. Oh, gets another down.
A beautiful down from Raziel. He doesn't miss a pellet. And he connects for the down. What a play by Raziel. He started with the first round making the play, and he's hoping to finish it off. 4 versus 3 situation here. Affinity and Eternity need to make a play. Hudson's down Summons. Eternity down ones immediately after. Big fight going down. E6 is doing the impossible. A 3 versus 4 clutch. It is all up to one last member of Goonz, and he is going to back out and reset. That is Drix.
Oh, Raziel has gone down, and what looked like an excellent opening for the side of Goonz. E6 answer back, and they answer strong. I told you, when these guys are up in your face, no one can stand toe-to-toe, and that's exactly what happens. 4v3, 3v3, 2v3, it doesn't matter.
So Goonz has the perfect opportunity, Rogi, to close this one out. And they had a 4v3, and they completely choked thanks to a huge play by Hudson's. We unfortunately missed it on camera, but it was an amazing, amazing down. Well played by Hudson's and well played by E6. The teamwork really showed right there.
Extreme case of the mud butts, mate.
Extreme case. And now it's going to be Poseidon here playing aggressive. Raziel is there as well. Let's see if Raziel can have his way in the 1v. Raziel has dominated this fight so far.
Look, he's been opening up the map every single time we've seen it, but even with getting the kill off the window, he didn't even have to put himself in a risky position, was able to just clean it up with beautiful, well-timed actives hitting all of those pellets. Still end up losing the round here, so maybe they might have to go for something different.
Ooh, smoke's going to come out here. Interesting smoke strategy. It looks like Poseidon's looking to take advantage of that smoke here. Let's see if he does. Only has about a 5-second window to do so.
Look at that focus. He is ready to play. He's ready to go in, but the smoke does disapparate here. Looking for the cross onto Sandbags. Not going to find it. A few shots onto Raziel. Not too much. Some Lancer coming.
Rogi, can you feel the intensity? Can you feel the tension right now between these two teams? E6 is trying to mount a ridiculous comeback. They were down 3-0, have won 2 rounds in a row here, 2 more rounds away from moving on and making history. On board with Poseidon right now, who's trying to make it happen for his team.
Look, both guys not really overextending here or finding any advantages. Good Lancer coming up from the Troika area here. Affinity doing a great job, but can it buy E6 enough time to maybe go for some of these power weapons here? Haven't seen the sniper rifle being used once. Torquebow in the right hands. Raziel actually goes down with a very bold push from Poseidon. Can Frank KO get there in time to help him up? He does.
No, E6 is not able to capitalize on the down. Eternity actually goes down instead, so it's all up to Frank and Drix. Drix takes out one. Poseidon downs Drix. A big fight to determine the match here is going down in the middle of the vending machines. Frank is going to go wide and reset. The communication is on point from Goonz right now. They have a 4v3. They're not going to make the same mistake. Affinity goes down. Raziel picks up the kill. Raziel gets a double, and just like that, ladies and gentlemen, Goonz is going to secure the upset over E6 and advances to our losers bracket semifinal.
Great stuff coming out of Goonz. They showcase immaculate Gears of War here today on the main stage, playing War Machine their way. Not once did they ever look like they were going to falter. A few small missteps here and there, but in the end, they clutch it out and win the series 2-1 in our third game on the main stage.
And that first third game did not disappoint, just like any Game 3 or Game 5 in Gears of War does not disappoint. Gears of War, man, it is the most high energy and intense game that is out there, and that match really delivered and showed why.